I'm super excited to have you, Christine. This is Christine with Canadian Mental Health, and today we're talking a little bit about the photo campaign that we have going on for the month of September, or August and September. And I'm really excited about it because it's a feel-good event. Gives ladies a chance to take some time for themselves, and it's helping a very good cause. So Christine's here, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about what the funds from this event are going to go for and how they're going to impact the community, and I think it's a really big deal. So
yeah, thanks for having me. I'm Christine Stewart, Executive Director at the Canadian Mental Health Association, and we're excited to partner on this. As you know, it's been a rough year for people's mental health. We've had the pandemic, we've had economic issues, we've had just everything. And anything we can do to bring awareness. I think during the pandemic, people have been much more open about their mental health because it's so common, like we're all struggling and we're all in this together. But we do not want that to go away. We want people to still feel comfortable, even though things are opening up, and hopefully this period in our lives is closing. People are still struggling, and that's so normal. I mean, struggles, the consequences of what we've been through this last year and a half will last for a long time, and people need to acknowledge that. They need to, I guess, not be in a hurry to feel that they should be well and recovered immediately. And so please continue to ask for help. Please continue to reach out for support. And I hope events like this will encourage people to do that. I mean, people have been laid off. People have been stuck at home with abusive relationships. People, many marriages struggled this year. We aren't used to spending this much time together as families, right? We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We don't know what goes on in people's lives. But we do know that most of our supports were taken away. Not to argue the right or wrong of that, that's just the reality, right? We couldn't socialize. We were just talking about gyms a minute ago and how important that is for people's mental health. Another person I was talking to, concerts, music was their mental health, and that's been taken away. So it's very real. It's a very real loss. It's a very real grieving period. And then you compound that with the struggles that people have had and no coping mechanisms left in place. It has been difficult. It's been difficult for our staff team. I mean, trying to provide mental health supports to the community. And I think that we have a crisis counselor, which most of these funds will go towards. And I think even our own staff team was calling our crisis counselor, trying to talk through, right, and feel healthy and well so they can do their jobs to support other people too. So we get so overwhelmed with all the things in our lives. One of the tasks in one of the courses, I think it's Living Life to the Full, you kind of make a list of all the things that make you feel mentally healthy, like really lift your spirits. And then you track your time and what you did every day, like in 15-minute increments, I think. And then you compare the list and see how many of the things that make you feel mentally healthy are actually in your day. And I don't know about you, but mine's pretty poor.
That's huge for us to think about those things, like the way we talk to ourselves, the things that we do. I mean, we have to build ourselves up. This is just a way to feel good right now and to look back on yourself and love and appreciate yourself.
Well, and it builds, self-esteem is a part of resiliency. And the more resiliency you have, the better you cope with life stressors. And so anything we can do to improve people's resiliency, improve their self-esteem and their feelings of self-worth, helps them feel like, I can get through this. So the proceeds for this event are going to go towards our crisis counselor. We brought her on board 3 years ago now almost with a pilot funding grant opportunity, and that is gone, and we've basically just kind of pieced her together with grants and fundraising and that kind of thing, but so needed. So the first year, because people call CMHA sometimes thinking we're Alberta Health Services or a government agency, and we have a lot of services offered, but if people are in a crisis and you're going through the phone book, you see Canadian Mental Health and you call, and it was breaking my heart to say we don't have that. I mean, legally, we can't counsel people without a licensed, registered master's level clinician. So, well, we could, but we would be in trouble if we gave them bad advice. So we brought her on board, and she helped about 150 people the first year. The second year was 300. And then this year she's on track for about 400.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and she's one person, right? And so it's short term. So people will call. Many times they have a counselor already, but they can't get in yet. Some people don't have a counselor at all. I found it really interesting that a lot of business professionals, parents will call and say, I'm not sure if I need counseling, but I just wanted to check in. And then they can talk through what's going on and then decide maybe I need more support after all. But it's a really kind of non-invasive way to just, because you don't have to come in, you can just call.
That's nice.
Yeah, you can do either one.
The goal is to raise $5,000 for this position, and it's a big goal, and I'd love it to be $10,000. You know, put it out there, you never know. With support and with the community, I think anything's possible, but we're gonna strive for that goal. And, you know, anything that we can do together is more than I could ever even do on my own. You know what I mean? So.
No, it's going to be exciting, and I think a lot of people will be interested. Like you said, there's a lot of women who need a pick-me-up. They've been in their houses for so long and want to feel beautiful and alive again. And so I hope that it will encourage people to be accepting of themselves and joyful that they're here and doing well, and we can make a difference. And it's such a generous donation. I know how much time photography can take, and you know, with the editing and all of that afterwards, it doesn't leave you much for profit at all, but we really appreciate the generosity.
I think I'm going to be running on adrenaline and caffeine this month. It's just the excitement of kind of being able to pull this together, because it's not even just the shoot and the editing, but I mean, I get to be around amazing people, and that's awesome to kind of, you know, keep this going forward, work things out. So we really hope that you'll be able to join us for this event. We want everybody to come in and feel comfortable, and there's no judgment. It's just come and love yourself, and I'll be your biggest cheerleader, and we'll get you some amazing images in support of Canadian mental health, which I think goes a long way for our community and building everybody up. There's just nobody that's excluded right now from needing a boost or, you know, a little bit of strength behind them.